Alright, so I just couldn't wait. I'm taking the KFM wing with me for a Maiden. I don't think I've brought some other planes to fly as well, but it's windy. I think the KFM wing can handle it, but any other plane will give me a hard time, especially the DR1, which I also brought with me. Let's go give it a shot. I'm trying and hoping you guys will see me, so let's go. The Maiden went great. I loved it. I had to trim up elevator a bit, so I'm thinking it's a little bit nose heavy. So I'm gonna fix that up. I'm gonna push everything just slightly back a bit, hoping to get a better CG on it. And I'm gonna go give it another shot right now. Alright, so the KFM wing is busted. The motor flew off, which is fixable with hot glue. The wing has some indents, also fixable with hot glue. But my servo on the left wing, I think, has been cut into half. The cable has been cut into half, to be more exact, which is something I cannot fix without some soldering. What I think happened was on the crash, the battery ejected forward, the ESC disconnected from the motor, and before the motor got disconnected from the ESC, or while it was disconnected from the ESC, having it flown off the KFM wing itself, I think that the prop hit the cable, cutting it like straight, which could also explain the very sharp indent, kind of like a cut, like a razor blade cut it in, indented. So I'm thinking that's what happened. Anyways, fixable at home. I loved it. Thank you very much, Haley, for recommending this. This is definitely something that I recommend anybody that wants to get into wings try. The mini arrow should be awesome with a better airfoil, but I just couldn't handle it. I crashed it too many times. Anybody wanting to get into wings and trying and having something solid, because everything that happened there is surely fixable, try the KFM wing. You can find information on my post, on this thread actually, if I'm not mistaken, on page 25 or 26. Anyways, I have a bit more time. I want to fly some Spit. Go film. Bye bye. Have a good day. Alright, so we're gonna go fly the Spit. I'm hoping I got the area correctly so you guys can see better. Let's go. I'll be launching from behind the camera so that I can keep an eye on where I want to fly. I'm gonna launch there though because of the wind, so super windy today, but It's a spit. Alright, so nothing's broken, everything seems to be working. Everything except for the fact that, I don't know why, but maybe I need a bigger ESC. Each time I throttle up to maximum and hold it for a while, the battery balance connector is gonna go off and it's gonna give me a hard time. So I'm gonna try to keep it low throttle. I'm trying to gain some altitude. See what you guys are seeing later. Hopefully I'll have some time to edit it. Anyways, we stopped the buzzing sound, which was annoying, and we're gonna go give it another shot. As the wind sets down, obviously as the sun sets down, obviously there's less wind. I'm trying to fly some with a Spit just because I find it a very fun plane. I feel that I've kind of overgrown the tiny trainer with the sports wing. And I don't find too much fun with the glider wings unless I'm teaching my son. Although my son seems to handle the Spit really well, so I don't know if it's just a great plane to fly or my son is just very talented. I think it's kind of a little bit of both. What I want to do is practice some more KFM wing flying, and to do that I'm gonna need to fix it. Again, something that seems to be very easily fixable. I'll probably fix it later today or sometime tomorrow in the afternoon. I want to fly maybe again on Thursday morning, early in the morning, which might just work if I get up early enough. Regardless, I still need to start my Spitfire build, which is gonna take some time. I still have a few builds to finish, a few Maidens to do, so that's gonna have to wait a bit. I have put on order an EDF motor, but I haven't pressed the buy button yet. I still need to do that. That's for the X29. I got a bit of company. It's just 2 dogs. Kind of scary at some time because you don't know who they are, what they are. And now I got a dog chasing my plane, so I have to throttle up. Alright, well, you're gonna have to let me frickin' land, dog, or I'll have to catch you. I think that was the best landing I could have asked for, having a dog chase my plane, which is the first time. I was having fun. I'm gonna check the battery. It might have just buzzed because I throttled up to get up away from the dog. Let me stop the beeping noise, buzzing noise, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, well, battery's actually dead, so we're gonna change a battery and go again. Alright, so we're gonna go again. New battery. I must mention again that this plane has seen some repairs lately. Tail, wings, front, change power pod, but it still flies, which is fun. Well, I stepped away for a second because I tried to see if from a different location I was able to feel better to come closer to the car, which is basically the camera at this point. Just so you understand. The KFM wing, I think I was just being stupid. I tried to kind of get into a loop, but kind of wing over, which is something I tend to do with the Spit and the tiny trainer when I just want to make like a really super sharp turn. Like this is a very docile turn, but I'll try to show you what I mean by a real sharp turn is like that is a real sharp turn. It's just kind of like a wing over, and that's what I think I kind of try to do with the KFM, except I was trying to do it from a vertical uprise and then a wing over. So kind of like a loop, barrel roll loop, wing over, whatever you want to call it. And that's what caused the plane to crash. Anyways, the tiny trainer is a super awesome airframe. Recommend it to everybody like a million times, and I'll keep doing it a million times more. The Spitfire version, or the Spit as I call it, of the tiny trainer, the tiny trainer modification is super amazing to fly. You can fly it really fast or really slow. You could fly it low, you could fly it high, you could roll it, you could loop it, you could really do amazing stuff with it. Let's try. I don't think I've done a roll lately. I'm just gonna turn around and do the roll into the wind, and obviously not at that height. Wait, I kind of lost myself in orientation. Alright, so throttle up, roll. That I don't think, my friend, is a dead battery. I think it's just intensive. Alright, gonna go get the plane, be back in a bit. Oh, that noise is so annoying. But hell, it helps. Kilroy, I need to know how you guys do, how you fix up the telemetry. Maybe I'll change these buzzers out. I'm at 50% battery in total. Gives me a good, decent 2 minutes flying if I fly at 50% throttle. If I'll go and do those shenanigans again, trying to loop roll, and I don't even know if you guys are seeing it on video, those are the types of things I'd recommend to try to do when someone is filming you. And a good cameraman, it's important when you're filming or having somebody else film you, especially when someone else is filming you. Communicate with him for one. Second of all, make sure he is zooming in when you're super high, but zooming out when you want to do a maneuver, or zooming out when you want to be caught on frame. When you're closer to the ground, it's also very good to zoom out to the person, and that the viewer can actually see and get a perspective of the landscape and the ground and how close you are. That's my perspective. The wind is actually picking up, so the DR1 is cancelled for today. I'm gonna go finish off the battery with the spits, and then I'm gonna go head home. So let's fire her up. Go Spits, go! Hey, go Spits! You can handle it. Forest raw, baby! Woohoo! Wow! Wow! Handle her. Fly gently. Fly gently. There's a terminal here. There's a lift here, right above this tree at this height. There's like a super good lift. That was me losing the orientation. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I lost orientation. I was heading face down, upside down, into the ground. And I managed to get out of it. Oop, again, I lost orientation. What's happening? What's happening with the orientation? Okay, I need to look at you a bit. You sexy little thing. Where are you at? Come here. Get back on camera. Don't be shy. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying. Oh, that didn't sound too good. That was. I can't take off from the ground with no wheels. Anyways, I'm gonna go run the plane. This time I'm gonna stop. Well, I'm a little bummed out. I had half a battery earlier after one of my landings. I thought I filmed it, but I didn't. I didn't film when I was standing in the middle of the field, and I assume I would have had some great shots next to the car. That wasn't on film. Unfortunately, my battery is at 14%, so I'm not gonna do any more flying with that battery. I'm just about to check how much wind there is to see if there's any chance to give the DR1 a shot today. And if not, then I'm just gonna wrap it up and go home. I have the evening with my wife, considering that my mother-in-law took the kids over to sleep at her place. Anyways, gonna check the wind and be back. The wind, it's still gusting pretty strong from time to time, so the DR1 is out of question for today. I don't want to break it. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up and call it a day. Had a lot of fun today. I was hoping to be able to fly the DR1 as well, just because I had some more batteries, but all in all, it was a great day. Anyways, that's a wrap.